Hi, Michael.
Hello.
My name is Marion from FA Pizzles.
Nice to meet you.
Same here. Okay, so how long have you been in Ghana?
I think I arrived 3 days ago, something like that.
Okay, and have you tasted any local dishes yet?
No, I've been out to eat a couple of times. I did try to have a jollof yesterday, but they've run out. So far I've only had Mexican dishes, which is odd, but
Too bad. You have to taste the local dish before you go.
I will definitely make sure I do that.
Okay. So how do you find the training?
Yeah, it's very good. So I was a little bit concerned when I came here initially. It's always concerning going to a different country to teach, regardless of the fact that English is the first language here. It's more of a cultural barrier. Sometimes it can be a problem. But to be honest with you, that's just not been the case at all. So far on day 2 now, halfway through day 2, so far so good.
Okay, that's good to know. How did this whole training come about? What was the reason behind this whole training?
The training course initially came about in the UK because as a service provider in the UK, we received a lot of requests to provide bug sweeping services. We then tried to find a training program to send our existing security operatives on. What we found very quickly was that the training courses that were available in the UK were either too technical or not very technical at all, and therefore not very fit for purpose. So this left me with an opportunity, I felt, to write a course that our existing operatives in the UK could attend, and once completed they could then go out and provide the services that we were advertising to our clients. And that is how the training course came about initially, but since then it's been going from strength to strength.
Okay, that's good to know. So let's talk about the relationship with Uber's security. Okay, so how do you find the relationship between yourself and Uber's security?
Well, the founder of Uber Security, Alphonse, attended the first ever bug sweeping course that I wrote actually. The first ever course I ever did in the UK was a pilot test, if you will. We invited people to come for free because I had to test the material and the content. And Alphonse, the founder of this company, was one of the first attendees. There was only 4 people on that course and he was one of them. We worked together in the UK prior to that course taking place, but because of our relationship, since he's moved back here, we've always maintained a level of communication and a degree of friendship.
Okay, that's so nice. Technical surveillance, technical content and surveillance.
Technical surveillance countermeasures.
Okay. What do you mean by that? What's your whole view on that one?
Okay, so technical surveillance countermeasures basically is a bug sweeping. So we have different words. In the UK, for example, we call bodyguarding close protection. And universally, bug sweeping in the security industry is just referred to as TSCM, or technical surveillance countermeasures. In essence, it's a service that is provided to detect illicit covert monitoring devices. That's all it is.
Okay. So, how would you find the course? Is it beneficial to the security personnel there?
Yeah, like massively beneficial to anyone that's already in the security industry, because when people plan to cause harm to someone, whether that be kidnap or just to cause them physical harm, they're going to plan it and prepare it. One of the things they're going to want to know is what the person's movements are. In other words, what are they doing tomorrow, what time, where are they going, etc., etc. One of the ways they ascertain this information is by secretly recording them or monitoring them covertly in one way or another. And bug sweeping, or TSCM, is the art or the service that detects those types of devices. So in other words, it is extremely important for any security operative, specifically bodyguards or residential security operatives, to be able to identify these types of objects or materials that could be doing that to the person that they are protecting.
Okay. You've been in Ghana for a while. Do you see any difference or anything that's kind of different from any other security thing that we go on here?
The only thing that's different right now, and I've just had a conversation with some government officials about this, is the regulation of the security industry. At the moment, it's not regulated, but the Ghanaian government or the Ministry of Interior, as I understand it, are making huge moves to try and regulate the whole thing, which is going to be hugely beneficial to the whole industry and to the citizens, really, because as it stands, when it's not regulated, anyone can perform certain tasks, and so it's very important that that is taken care of. In terms of other differences, to be honest, the operatives that I've come across are very, very similar to ours in respect of their appearance, their behaviour, and their attitude towards their jobs.
Okay, that's nice. Are you willing to come back to Ghana again?
I have been trying to come to Ghana for about 7 years, and for one reason or another, there's always been something that stopped me from coming, and I'm supposed to be coming back in January. So the answer to the question is yes, but in addition to that, I very much hope so.
That's good to know. Then we'll be hoping to see you next year.
I think I'm due back in January.
Yeah, we're hoping to see you in 2020.
Thank you.
And have a fruitful stay here in Ghana and try to taste our local dish before you leave.
I definitely will. Thank you very much.